Hello, my name is Elizabeth and this is a tutorial on how to use the KNIME workflow for measuring spontaneous tail coilings in the zebrafish. Here you have an example video that will be analyzing that shows the spontaneous tails in the zebrafish. These STCs are the first motor activity observed in the developing neural network of the zebrafish embryos, and their measurement is considered to be a behavioral test method which may be used to screen neuroactive substances, and also it may be used for general purpose toxicity screening. So our aim was to describe a method to accurately count the STC using an automated workflow in the open and free KNIME software. So first of all, you have to download the KNIME software from their webpage, and once installed, you can go to the repository that it's called the KNIME Hub and look for our workflow using the keyword zebrafish. Our workflow is called Spontaneous Tail Coilings Detection in Zebrafish. Just click on it and you can download the software using the yellow button. Once the software is downloaded, just click on it to open it in KNIME. And the first time that it will open in KNIME, it will ask you to install the required KNIME extensions that should be the math formula, quick forms, and also some community meta-analysis notes. Just follow the instructions and restart KNIME to open again the workflow. For the execution of the workflow, you will also need the FMMPEG tool that allows us to convert our video file in IVI format to a set of individual frames that can be analyzed in the workflow. So the workflow contains all the nodes to do it in this green part. And first of all, what you have to do is to download the tool. So just go to their webpage, click on download, select the operating system and follow the instructions to download the tool. I download the tool in my documents folder. So now we only have to set the path to this folder, and it's important to copy the path to the bin folder. So just click in bin, we copy this path, and then go back to the KNIME workflow, click on the component node that it's called path to FMMPEG. Double click, and the first row it's the path to the FMMPEG. So you have to replace this path with the path of your own computer. Be aware that you have to maintain this last set of words in the path to be able to execute the software. So just copy, replace, this part of the path. So, and that's it. Click OK, and will be the path to the FMMPEG tool will be set for the workflow. Depending on the source and characteristics of the video file, it could be also that it's possible to do this transformation from the AVI file to the individual frames using a node within KNIME, and this node it's called splitter, and it's on the KNIME image processing community nodes, and you can use this node after the image reader, and then all these nodes that are used for the conversion can be erased. So you only will have to connect this raw filter to the image reader and then add the splitter here. The workflow contains also a set of parameters that you can modify depending on your video characteristics and quality. These are the frame rate, the threshold, and there are parameters for the peak detection and STC count. The frame rate can be modified in the component path2FMPEG by double click. Here you have the frames that are set to by default as 120 frames per minute. So if you want, you can change that. And be aware that you have to maintain also the frames set to the frequency analysis equal to be able to do the analysis correctly. So in this case 120. Here you can also modify the R parameters used for the peak detection and the STC count, that are the noise cut, the threshold, and the smoothing factor. The threshold it's automatically calculated, but due to some variation in the video quality, you can modify the threshold by double click in the component called threshold. Here you can put the values that you want to increase or decrease this threshold, and that's it. In order to execute the workflow, you will also need to establish the connection between KNIME and R and install the required R packages. First of all, we will install the packages that are the dpcR package, the quantmod, and the Rserve. This you only have to do it once. I will show you how to install the packages, for instance, with RStudio. So you have to download and install R. RStudio, as you know, is optional. To install the packages in RStudio, go to the tab Packages, Install, and look in the repository for the packages. Once you have the packages, just click Install. I will not do it because I already have installed these packages in my computer. So you have to look for all 3 packages and install them. Once you have you have done this, just go back to KNIME, and now we will set up the link between KNIME and R. To do that, go to File, Preferences, and under KNIME, R, just browse here for the path to your R home. It means where you have installed your R version. And then click Apply and Close, and that's it. You will have set up the connection between KNIME and R. To start the analysis of a video file, use the Explorer browser node to select the folder containing this video file. This folder should be located in your KNIME workspace. Otherwise, you can also remove this node and use only the list files node without the variable selection to select any folder over your computer. So just for the first time, we will be executing the workflow up to the global threshold first node by right-clicking and clicking on Execute and Open View. The first part of the workflow converts the AV file to a stack of images and saves these images in a folder in your KNIME workspace with the same name as the video file. So the global thresholder node thresholds the images to locate each single embryo. So you should be sure that the embryos are filled completely in white. Otherwise, you should go to the threshold component node and modify the threshold by adding or subtracting some numbers. Once we have this, we can execute the complete workflow. Just go to the loop pen and click on execute. This will take a while. So once the workflow is finished, it has been successfully executed. It means that all the nodes are in green and you don't have any error in the execution. You can go to see your results in the Excel sheet that you will find in the same folder as your video file and with the same name. The sheet contains the file contains two sheets. The first sheet gives you an overview of the analysis with the file name and also a picture of all detected embryos with their label numbers. These numbers allows to reanalyze the STC count manually if you want, and if you think that there's been some error in the analysis. The sheet also gives you the total number of embryos in the video and the threshold used for the analysis. The third column is reserved for the error check. It means that we implemented over the workflow meta node that checks if there is an error during the image analysis. For example, in case that an embryo was not correctly identified or labeled, here you will find error in image analysis. That means that you should repeat the analysis of this specific video by adjusting the first threshold value, or also could be that you should correct the maximum distance of centroid allowed between individual frames. The second sheet contains all the raw data of every single embryo with their peak count. So the graphs that are on a smooth peaks and smooth peaks, the total number of peaks detected in this time frame, and the frequency for each single embryo means the number of peaks per minute detected. And the last column gives you the mean frequency taking into account all the embryos in the video file. The iteration column only gives you the number of each single embryo. So that will be all for the tutorial showing you how to analyze the spontaneous cell coilings in zebrafish using KNIME workflow.